Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for visiting the YouTube channel for bestbiblecommentaries.com. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 new releases. We've got some theology, got a couple of commentaries, and a really cool book on Paul. Before I get to that, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and feel free to leave a comment. All of those things are helpful. All right, so first up is the next book, and I think maybe the last book in this particular series, the Biblical Theology series. I'd have to double check that. But anyway, this is the Theology of Revelation. So you might remember similar looking books on the writings of Paul and the writings of John and so on. So this is by J. Scott Duvall, which those who follow the world of theology and commentary writing will be familiar with his name. He is at, I think, he's at the school I can't pronounce. OUACHITA, Baptist University. I can never remember how to say that. And it's just one of those words where if you say it wrong, you're going to really say it wrong. Anyway, this is Theology of Revelation, Biblical Theology of the New Testament. I think these books are great for lay people. Books in this series would be great for lay people, but also I think they're probably designed for the undergraduate level. That would be my guess as far as like target audience goes. So we have a few different parts from introduction, historical framework, literary theological foundations, major theological themes, and then final matters. So it's a general, linear chronological study through the book of Revelation. It's a great series. It's easy to understand. Lay people would do fine with it. Pastors would do fine with it. But I do think that the target is probably the undergraduate student or the seminary student So. All right, so that's the Theology of Revelation. Next up is the next volume in the ECOTC. Forgot. ECOT. I forgot what ZECOT. Yes, that's it. ZECOT. We have Zephaniah. By Jason, I think it's DeRucci. I think that's how you say it. I recognize him as a author of some different Old Testament books about the Old Testament. Let's see. He is at Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. So, Zephaniah, the Savior's Invitation to Satisfaction. That's an excellent subtitle. So the layout is exactly the same as other books in this series. So it's an excellent series if you're not familiar with it. Excellent for pastors. That's likely the target audience, I would guess, is going to be pastors. Seminary students would enjoy it as well. There is insight into the Hebrew. You don't need to know Hebrew to benefit from the commentary. There's also like really great text diagrams and applications in each section. That's just part of this series. So it's a mid-level commentary. Just excellent, though. Next up is Thinning the Veil by Shane Wood. Subtitle, Encountering Jesus Christ in the Book of Revelation. Shane Wood is professor of New Testament and its origins at Ozark Christian College. He's the author of Between Two Trees. I have not heard of that book before, but that is an excellent title. So, well done on that title. And this is, again, Thinning the Veil. Also excellent title. He's very good. Shane Wood is very good at titles so far. That's what I know about him. So some blurbs from A.J. Swoboda. Some of you will know that name. Michael Bird, another name, but some others on there too. So let's see. Let's look at the table of contents. Yeah, so looks like a kind of a linear progression through the book of Revelation. Chapter 1 is treated in about 17 pages. Chapters 2 and 3 treated in about 18 pages. So that just kind of gives you an idea of the depth and of the, it's going to be more of an overview rather than a phrase-by-phrase commentary. But it might be really good for lay people, for pastors, thinking about the big picture of these sections of Revelation. And there are takeaways or applications as well. Makes it great for Bible studies and lay people and pastors. All right, so there's Thinning the Veil. Next up is the Acts volume in the IBC Commentary series. This is by Matthew Skinner. This is from John Knox, or Westminster John Knox. Matthew Skinner is at Luther Seminary in St. Paul. Yeah, Luther Seminary in St. Paul. So this is a different cover design, but if you follow the world of Bible commentaries and you've been reading them for many years, you'll recognize the interpretation branding from Westminster John Knox. The focus is more on the theology and the literature rather than doing a deep dive into the exegesis. There is exegesis, but it's not an in-depth study of the Greek. It's more geared toward the church, I suppose you would say, but focusing more on theology and literature based on kind of general exegesis, I suppose you would say, rather than in-depth exegesis. All right, next up, a really neat book on Paul, Archaeology and the Ministry of Paul, a Visual Guide by David De Silva. And so probably many of you will recognize the name of David De Silva. He's written many books. He is at Ashland Theological Seminary, and he's written more than 30 books. So good, excellent blurbs here from names people will recognize: Lynn Cohick, Dennis Edwards, Nijay Gupta, Todd Stills, a few others. And this is a really high quality book. So the pages are more like they have a kind of a glossy treatment to them. I'm not sure the exact name, but it really makes the pictures shine. If you're a visual learner and you enjoy studying Paul, this is an excellent resource. It's going to be an excellent resource for you. So this would be great for anyone, lay people, pastors, undergraduate student, seminarian, anybody. I was thinking about the classes I've taken on Paul. I think the first one I ever took on Paul was called The Life and Literature of Paul. This would have been, and I read F.F. Bruce, Apostle of the Heart Set Free, I think that's the name of it. This would have been a great companion to that, or whether whoever's, book on Paul that you're reading, this would be a great companion to any of that, of diving into the theology of Paul, is learning more about the archaeology of Paul through a visual guide. So neat resource. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.